Hey YouTube, I just want to quickly talk to you today about a few things that I bought this morning at the farmer's market that I'm looking to grow. And when I was going through the cash register of the farmer's market, the lady sort of said to me that was scanning my food, what are you going to cook with all this, you know, because it was a bit of a weird bunch of ingredients. And I said to her that I'm going to try and grow them. I was on the internet last night buying my seeds for the month, and there was a few things on there that I couldn't quite find, and I sort of looked into and remembered what I'd previously done and thought I'll just go to the farmer's market and have a look at what I can find there. So I do like popping into the farmer's market every now and then because there's just different things there that you can pick up, and different sort of teas and salts and olive oils and things like that you don't normally get at your normal greengrocer. So yeah, I just popped in there this morning. I got this really cool mountain tea, pure and natural. So I'm going to give that a go. It looks pretty yummy. But let's get into it. So I've bought a fair few different types of sweet potatoes. So I've got your normal orange, I've got a white and a purple, so a fair few of those. And all I'm going to do is just cut them and sort of balance them over some water so they're just touching the water, and they will actually root and send out leaves as well. So I'll have a good windowsill full of them for a while, but I plan to put these into quite a large bed that I've just prepared for solely potatoes. So yeah, that should be interesting. I have grown these before. I accidentally sprouted one in my pantry, and I actually made it into an indoor plant, which was really pretty because the sweet potato, they're a vine, so they, you know, run out along the ground and send down roots and spread all the sweet potatoes. But I actually had one little bit that sprouted. I put it into an indoor plant pot, and I had a really nice sort of vine growing on my bookshelf. It was really pretty. So that's another thing that you could probably do. So I've got a fair few of those. I'm really excited about the purple ones. I'm pretty sure these are white. Yeah, they're white on the inside, so they're just the purple outers. I have grown purple potatoes before, and they were really nice, so I'll probably look to do some more purple potatoes as well. I got some good old chocos, sorry, and I've sprouted these before, so I'm just going to chuck them in. I'm pretty sure you need two to cross-pollinate, but yeah, I'll just chuck them in and see how they go. I got some ginger. So I've just recently started growing lemongrass, so I'm going to start to grow some ginger to get some bolder flavors for my cooking. All I looked for is ginger that was sort of already starting to sprout. You can see there's a sprout right there, and you can see a lot of eyes on the ginger. So I'm going to soak that overnight in water, just so it's really hydrated, and then I'm going to actually chop it up just so I can have multiple plants off the one and just bury it into the dirt. I'm not going to wait till that sprouts. So the sweet potato, I'm going to wait till it sprouts, but the ginger I'm just going to plant straight into the ground. This one, I'm just going to let this dry out, and eventually they sprout if you leave them in a sunny spot. The other thing that I'm really excited about starting is Jerusalem artichokes, or sunchokes. They're from the United States and Mexico. They originated. They're a really delicious, versatile root vegetable. They're actually, although they look like ginger or a potato, they're actually from the sunflower family, and they can grow to 1.5 meters to 3 meters tall, and they have this big yellow flower, sort of like a sunflower. So I've done purees with them, I've done chips with them, soups, that sort of thing. They're just really delicious. They're sort of a little bit sweet but a little bit nutty, and they're really good for you. They can lower your cholesterol and help with blood pressure and all sorts of things, so they're really good for you. Yeah, so I'm really excited about growing those, and those I will just plant straight like this, so you can see again that just like potatoes and the ginger, they have these eyes, and that's where the sprouts will start to come out from to grow the plant, and the roots will go down as well. So I got a fair few of those, probably 15. You can actually see there's a little sprout right there coming up, so they're ready to go. What else? I just wanted to show you something that I've been growing non-stop for probably maybe a year, maybe a year and a bit, and that's shallots. So these are shallots that I bought from the shops, or maybe I got them from work, I don't remember, but when you get shallots, they're obviously a big bunch, they're green, but then if you just chop just above the white and put them in some water, overnight they will start to grow. And it's just, that's all I do is chop them off, let them grow, plant them again. They come back great. I'll show you the ones in the garden. And that's just a really sustainable way of having onions. You know, shallots you can eat raw, you can cook with them, you can put them through dressings. They're another really versatile vegetable that you don't need to pay for. You could grow these in a pot for sure. All of these things you could definitely grow in a pot. You don't need a big space to grow them. Obviously with the root vegetables, the more space you have, the more you're going to get, because they do spread. But shallots is one thing that you can plant on your windowsill and just keep harvesting and chopping. And I would say that you do need to have fairly fertile soil, so you want to put a fair bit of compost in there, or some pelletized chicken manure and stuff like that, so that the plants themselves are healthy, because obviously they're growing all the time and you're harvesting them and they're growing, so they need the good nutrients from the soil to actually grow a good vegetable for you. So that's all I do. Honestly, if you buy shallots from the shop and you just, like I said, chop them off just above the whites, look at them the next day and you will see that they have grown. And it's just, you don't need to be buying them. It's just something that you can just keep growing. You can buy them from seed, you can grow them from seed, but it's one thing that if you just buy them from the shop, you can just keep growing them. And if you don't grow onions, or you forgot to buy onions that week or whatever, you can chuck them through a salad or cook with them and still get that really yummy onion flavor. So yeah, just a few things that I bought from the farmer's market this morning. I don't often shop at the farmer's market because I do grow a fair few things. I often just shop at my local Foodworks greengrocer for convenience, to buy nappies and shampoo and all that sort of thing. But when I can get to the farmer's market, I definitely prefer to support local growers and see all the different fruits and vegetables that they have, because they definitely have a massive range. So I'm going to head over to the garden and show you these shallots and how far they can grow before you have to harvest them. And I'll also tag in a photo of these things growing, and also show you the video of me preparing the potato bed. It's quite large, and I'm pretty excited to get it planted out. So yeah, thanks guys. Okay, so I'm over here in the greenhouse, and I just wanted to show you the shallots that I planted out. So in the jar, as you could see, the tops were sort of dried off and they didn't really look very healthy, but as you can see, they just shed the cut leaves, and they end up just as you would find them in the shop. They do produce flowers, which I normally just pinch off, and they only sort of produce the flowers in spring and summer. So but I grow them all year round and they thrive. So I do plant them quite close together. Oh, there's a little guy. Little cicada. I do plant them close together, and I do give them a fair bit of water. But other than that, just a good composted soil. I have grown these outside. Nothing seems to eat them too much because they are from the onion family, and I've grown my onions outside as well, and nothing seems to eat them. So they do grow better in this greenhouse though. When I grew them outside, they sort of dried out a lot more and didn't grow as well as in this shaded greenhouse. So I'll probably look to keep them in here from now on. But as you can see, I've got a nice row there, and that pretty much does me, because they grow so fast. Once I might use half a bunch a week. So once I take my half a bunch, cut it and put it back into the water to grow again, I've got enough to sort of get through the month that way. So and they're just all store-bought. I didn't buy them, I didn't grow them from seed. They're just all store-bought that I cut off and replanted and have done for a year and a bit. So a really good way to grow onions, or an onion flavored green. If you don't have much space, you could definitely do that in a pot.